food porn provided by the lips of Chae-min. Ganon.
And his occasional showing of his chest. Chae-min. As
alam mo,
man.
breakout role talaga niya to as a
Alam
lead.
mo,
Ito talaga yung push sa kanya into a different level.
I mean, he has to play like this insane tyrant, di ba? Alam mo yun, parang...
Yeah.
Pero parang at the same time, di mo alam kung bakit ka nahuhumaling sa kanya. Si tyrant siya eh. Alam mo yun? Man, this guy is so charismatic. Alam mo yun?
Right?
Parang like... And he is just so easy to watch. Parang it doesn't feel like he is pushing this food is good agenda too much. Parang it just felt so genuine.
Actually, siya yung number one ko. Reason why, if you want to watch something, Chae-min. Like, he did so well. I'm so proud of him. He knew that this was his chance to prove himself. Pero hindi niya na-push to the levels of OA. Alam mo yon, parang nakuha niya eh. Oo, hindi siya desperate.
1, 2, Sarang!
Hey! What's up, everyone? This is Chency.
Hi, this is Monica.
Hello, my name is Pia and we are 1, 2, Sarang. Chancy, Monica, Sarang Base.
Yes.
Gusto ko i-imagine ninyo yung ideal guy ninyo.
Ay, sandali! Dali lang.
Na-distract. Ayaw na mag-episode.
Hirapan agad.
Isang oras na nakaganto lang.
Imagine ninyo yung ideal guy ninyo. Nandiyan na siya sa harapan ninyo.
Okay.
And sayo na siya. And then, ito si ideal guy. So, he starts confessing his love for you.
Okay.
Tapos na-realize mo, teka lang, flood contractor nga pala siya ng mga ghost project ng gobyerno.
Oh no.
Anong gagawin ninyo?
I can't. We will have a lengthy discussion first about his moral leanings and why he's doing it. If there's no way I can ever convince him to rethink his ways, then it's a no.
Kahit na ideal guy mo na talaga siya.
Oh, hindi ko siya ideal guy kung ganun. Kasi ibig sabihin, morally, hindi kami tugma.
Compatible. Correct.
Ikaw man.
I mean, the correct answer is Trency's answer.
But,
Hindi. Sometimes kasi sometimes talaga I think about those people. Yung mga biglaang, yun nga, na-reveal na yung partners are like that and stuff. And it's difficult. I mean, kung mahal mo na yung tao, diba? I'm sure it's a very, very difficult thing to go through, to think about. And,
yes.
alam mo yun, so I really don't know how to answer it because I don't kasi baka mangyari. Wag. Ayokong maging problema yun. Pero
Si Dino, flood contractor.
oo. Kaya nakabili siya ng bagong apartment
Sa Gangnam.
Sa Tarlac. Sa Gangnam. Correct. Oo. Correct.
Tama naman yung sinabi ni Trency.
Papalaya siya ng mga tao.
Na-stress na siya. Okay.
Oo.
Na-stress na ako, iyak na ako. But I guess what I'm saying is I can't promise that I will do the correct and I don't know. When it's love, it's love. I've always believed that ayoko na. Tama na, wag niyo na akong pagsalitain. Hindi. I'll just leave it as
Hindi mo na.
Ba't ako hirap na hirap?
Mahirap. Pero ako, parang ang
siya.
iniisip ko... Pero alam mo, ako ang iniisip ko dyan, baka ako yung kailangan niya. Tulad na sinabi ni Trency, baka ako yung kailangan niya para
Uy, ang ganda
magbago siya.
nun.
Ibabalik ko ba? Kung ikasal kami, ibabalik ba namin yung mga perang ninakaw niya? Ang hirap, pero
ganda
dapat yes.
nun.
Yes, Pia, the answer is yes.
Yes.
Correct.
Pero bakit ko ba tinatanong itong tanong na ito? Kasi ang pag-uusapan namin for this episode ay isang K-drama kung saan ang isang babae na in love siya sa isang tyrant. The worst tyrant in the history of Korea. At yan, ang aming pag-uusapan ngayon. That's Bon Appetit, Your Majesty. At yan, ang mga questions namin for today. Parang hindi masyadong pinagdaanan ng female lead yung ganong klaseng yung stress natin for mga 2-3 minutes. Parang siya
Okay, naluha ako.
okay, parang ganun lang siya.
Isang malaking point of discussion to.
Oo, correct. Pero ito na nga, ang mga questions namin for this episode. Syempre, from the title pa lang, Bon Appetit, Your Majesty, you know what you're getting into. It's a lot about food. So we are gonna be talking about food from the kitchen to the world's first greenhouse to the table. They went through great lengths to showcase the food. So what elements of that worked for you? And second, aside from the food, what stood out to you that made this drama delicious? And are there parts that left a bad aftertaste? And finally, looking at the series as a whole, was it well-seasoned or half-baked? And why? Ayan, ang aming discussion today. Sarang Base, kung meron din kayong mga inputs, pakilagay yan sa comment section. Pag-usapan natin yan. Okay, so now, for the synopsis. It's very simple. There's a talented French chef. I mean, she's Korean, but she's a chef for
French
Bakit
trained.
ako nagsasalita ng ganito? Kaya ko today. Kasi yung buhok ko, kinaya niya eh.
Mahigpit!
Oo,
Mahigpit din
correct.
kasi siya.
Ang daming hairpin. Okay.
Noted.
John Yee-young wins a major cooking competition only to mysteriously time travel to the Joseon era. She is forced to become the royal chef for the tyrannical king, Yi-hun, whose volatile temper and exquisite palate makes survival and cooking extremely high stakes. Her meals are served against the backdrop of palace intrigue, political schemes, and attempts on her life. Paulit-ulit po siyang tinry patayin dito.
Correct.
Will she change history, stay in the past, or find a way back to her world? Kakaloka, di ba? Magluluto ka na nga lang, kailangan ka pang patayin. Kailangan may pagkatin sa buhay.
Oo. I'm a chef, not a political prisoner.
Correct.
Bakit?
Kailangan bang mag-time travel? Okay,
Correct.
some trivias about this series. So it is an adaptation of a popular webtoon which is called Surviving as Yeon Sang-gun's Chef. But a notable difference between the K-drama and the webtoon, kasi sa webtoon, direct from the title pa lang, si Yeon Sang-gun, yung sinasabi namin na king from the Joseon era who is highly regarded as like, sobra siyang hated, siya yung worst tyrant in Korean history. Pero dito sa K-drama, pinalitan yung pangalan niya to Yi-hun. So he is a fictional king, but there's still the references to Yeon Sang-gun, tulad nung story about the mother and yung avenging her death. And then yung mga purge, yung mga minimension na ganon. Those things were similar to historical events.
Yeah.
So this is also TVN's highest rated drama of 2025. It reached up to 16 to 17% of nationwide ratings, which is considered a major success for a cable drama. So the drama is now part of TVN's top 10 highest rated dramas ever. Kasama dyan ang Chloe, Queen of Tears, Reply 1988, Goblin, Mr. Sunshine, Mr. Queen, Vincenzo, and Hospital Playlist.
Wow.
Wow.
What a good
Ganyan na.
group.
That's a
I
good
know.
list.
Taas nun.
Yeah.
My
Oo.
God.
Pero ganun nga din ba ang caliber? Malalaman natin mamaya sa discussion namin based on our opinions. So who's the cast? I'll just be talking about the main leads and the main antagonists kasi medyo malaki ang cast na to. So our female lead is Yuna as John Yee-young or Yeon Suk-soo. Yung mga word is Yeon Suk-soo. Nakakakilig. Kinikilig sa Yeon Suk-soo. Siya ay si Yuna, of course, of Girls' Generation. We also know her. She's a reliable MC for a lot of award shows, mostly side by side with Jun Hyun-moo. Favorite ko rin yun. And she was last seen in King the Land in 2023. So a little bit of trivia. She made 90% of the food in the drama herself.
I love
with
it.
supervision and training, of course. She prepared for the role by attending a 3-month French cuisine course. She also learned knife skills, food plating, and styling courses.
I love it.
Love it.
And as the king, si Chona.
Shona.
Is King Yi-hun played si Chona. Chona. Sa kanto si Chona. So si Lee Chae-min. And he was in Crash Course in Romance, which we talked about in episode 48. And he also had a cameo in Alchemy of Souls as an alcohol delivery man.
Oh,
Yun yung nakalagay.
really?
Alcohol delivery man.
Hindi ko na
We
maalala
talked
to.
about Alchemy of Souls in episode 42. Diba? Kasi nga bitrol lang siya.
He's coming here, right? This October.
Yes?
Meron siyang
October
fan
na.
meet. Yeah, he has a
Wow.
fan meet.
In fairness naman, sa isang Lee Chae-min. Natatawa ko kasi yung husband ko when he saw me watching. Sabi niya, hindi yan si Song Kang. Gumanon siya. Sabi ko, hindi si Song Kang kasi parang kamukha. Sabi niya,
Yes.
okay. Kasi hindi ako nainis eh. Sabi niya, wala nainis.
Ganun.
Nainis kasi siya kay Song Kang. And then, sino ang mga main antagonists natin? We have as Kang Mokju, the king's long-term concubine, his fourth consort is Kang Hana. We love her. She was also in Startup and in Frankly Speaking, which we talked about in episode 94.
Yeah.
And finally, we have si Prince Jesan. Hi, grabe talaga itong actor na to. Si Choi Gui-ha. And he was in Squid Game 2 and 3 as player 203. We talked about this in episodes 115 and 134. And he was also in Train to Busan and Missing.
Yes.
Okay.
Siya rin
Dami ko
si
na sinabi.
Mon
Part-time
Confiado
na.
of Korea. Diba? Siya yun.
Correct! I must say, siya nga yun.
Mukhang as in, pasok na pasok. At dahil dyan, kailangan ninyong manood ng Quezon. Okay, guys?
Correct.
Sarang
Kasi
days.
cinemas.
Alam nyo na.
When
Bilis,
is it?
manood na
In
kayo.
October 15, right?
Yes. So upon this release,
Yes.
out na siya. So please watch. In cinemas.
Lapit
Go.
na.
Watch.
Yeah.
Support. Post about it. Tag us. Tag Monica.
Yes.
Okay. So, umpisahan na natin. Syempre, this K-drama centered a lot on food. So, itong sa another extra trivia is that the drama hired chef Shin Jong-chol, who he's the executive chef of Ambassador Seoul Pullman Hotel for the food, alongside ancient cookbook researcher Professor Lee Jong-min. And so silang dalawa yung nagtulong para maging mas realistic yung mga food.
Yes,
Chef
correct.
Shin said that each menu was developed with a minimum of 5 cooking experiments each, demonstrations that lasted over 15 hours, sometimes reaching several days, just to work on a single dish. So,
Love it.
kitang-kita naman yung effort na ginawa nila dito. What elements worked for you? Meron bang mga memorable na mga food na gusto ninyong itry? Umpisa na natin yan. Let's go. Sige, Trancy.
Can I start? I am a big fan of Cooking Master Boy and
Oh
Yakitan
my God! Ako
Japan.
din!
Yes.
Diba?
Absolutely.
Yun yung anime of our youth,
Oo.
diba? And like,
Absolutely.
when I watch this, as in talagang yun yung unang pumasok sa utak ko. Like, I think siguro yung standout sa akin for me is how they showed like how the people react to eating good food. As
Correct.
in, parang yung ganong sensation of it. And I think,
Correct.
aside from how they show the food and how it's prepared and stuff, parang yung reaction nila makes you want to eat it. Alam mo, makes you want to have it
Yeah.
right now. Kaya
Yes.
sobrang ganda. And ang ganda
Yes.
lang talaga ng pagkakashoot ng pagkain dito. As in,
Correct.
parang
Yes.
it is done with so
Culinary
much.
Class Wars. Take
Exactly.
notes. Ganon.
Exactly. may mali ba silang ginawa doon? Mamayos yung pagkakashot ng food.
Hindi, kailangan lang si Chef Pike tsaka si An Sun-ji ganun mag-react.
Correct.
Tsaka yung kumain
Oo
sila.
nga.
Kasi sabi ni Chae-min, pre-practice daw talaga niya yun sa In Front of the Mirror. Nanood siya ng mga
Kung paano,
anime na tungkol doon. Tapos parang pre-practice niya yung bibig niya para hindi annoying daw tignan.
Oh,
Correct.
that's so
Oo.
cool.
Parang several
Okay.
shots daw. Parang may shot na super exaggerated to super
Oo.
subtle. Tapos parang may
Oo.
mga ganon.
Pero
Si
alam mo,
Chef
ang
Pike,
galing niya
Chef
talaga
An Sun-ji,
doon.
alam niyo na.
Ang galing niya talaga kasi parang like sobrang mukhang masarap na sarap siya sa kinakain niya eh. Alam mo yun?
Yeah,
To be fair.
Like
To
how
be fair.
how he's being portrayed as a gourmand. Alam mo yun, talagang
Oo.
parang like
Yeah.
he enjoys the food that he's eating. Alam mo.
Correct.
And
Correct.
obvious naman na ang sarap talaga tingnan, 'di ba? So for me
Oo.
siguro yung mga standout dishes na nakita ko, gusto ko matry talaga yung Peking duck.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, that's my number
Well,
one.
I
Oh
haven't
my
had Peking
God.
duck in a while.
I
Oh my
been
God.
ages.
Pareho, as in,
Oo.
when I was watching that, as in, parang
Oo.
kasi medyo 2 a.m. na yun, parang
Oo.
ako, bakit ako naghahanap sa Grab? Meron bang bukas na Chinese restaurant ng alas 2 ng umaga? Tsaka meron ba akong
correct.
5,000 pesos pang 2 a.m. craving? As in, yun yung
Correct.
tinatry ko justify sa utak ko. Kung bukas ba, gagastos ba talaga ako ng 5,000 para dito?
Sa Peking duck. Na good for many ha, usually, 'di ba?
Oo.
Pero ikaw lang
Oo.
kakain.
Tapos
Hindi kasi
ano,
pang isang
two
tao,
ways,
diba?
Correct.
Three ways.
Oo.
Ngangat-gatin mo pa yung mga
Correct.
fried buto.
3
ganon.
ways.
Correct.
Oo.
Ah, the duck.
Sarap.
Correct.
Oo.
Super.
Ay, super
Special place
duper
in my
love
heart, that dish.
Actually, yung buong series na yun, nung nagko-cooking nagko-cook off sila, parang, oh my God, ang sarap-sarap ng mga pagkain. Bakit
Correct.
ganito? Gusto ko.
Correct.
Sa Peking duck kasi, na-imagine ko rin before, obviously the best part is the skin. And the duck dishes, parang favorite talaga namin yun ng pamilya ko. Like, it's like a celebratory thing. And like, sometimes like, my sister who lives abroad is here. We have to make a stop in our favorite Peking duck restaurant. Alam mo yon, parang basta it's a thing. Tapos dati talaga na-imagine na namin na what if yung skin naka-roll type siya? Ganon. So parang them presenting it like as a roll. Like, oh my God! Naisip na namin yan. Alam mo yon. So extra na nabuhayan ako sa episode na yon. And I guess what I love about this show in terms of showcasing food, hindi siya presentation lang of food eh. Like, kaya I think that's why we were reacting to like yung reactions nila kung gaano kasarap. Kasi diba sabi ni Yuna, parang eating or food is actually about the senses. Parang the sense of smell is equally as important as the taste.
Yes.
So, I guess for me,
Correct.
essentially, kunyari, we see them reacting, kunyari yung duck, tapos sumabog yung, yung senses nila, yung memories and all that. Meron din tayong personal, in a way, may personal memories din tayo of that food.
Yes.
So may na-trigger talaga na something. Alam mo yon. So you're just so engaged. And while of course yung lahat naman ng furniture, lalo na gourmet yung food na pinakita ni cook yon, ni chef yon.
Correct.
Syempre, hindi naman lahat nalasahan natin. But somehow, meron pa rin, alam mo yon, may mga little things na meron tayong idea of what it tastes like or what it can taste like. Kasi hindi rin siya nagkulang sa explanation on how she cooked it eh. Alam mo yon, when she did like the bibimbap brown cutter dish. Like, she didn't, the shots weren't just like her chopping, collecting the ingredients, whatever. She was explaining things. So even if you don't have an idea on what the final product tastes like, you kind of still do because you know what brown butter tastes like. And then over rice, and then fresh ingredients.
Correct.
Parang alam mo yon, sumasabog yung imagination mo na, oh my God, ang sarap niyan. Plus, they would break it down so intelligently na, so she's from the modern times and she goes to the Joseon era. And basically, she's given the task of presenting food na iba, pero she has to make do with the ingredients available. So dito na highlight yung food. The art of food is actually very, very creative. And that's so true. It's always been true. And I think that's why we love all these cooking shows. The ones that feature yung mga chefs nga. Because alam mo yon, it's their imagination that's plated. So, nakita natin yun in this show and it was so fascinating. And then there's also the mixing, the combining of East and West, the traditional and modern techniques. Alam mo yun? Tas hindi talaga sila nagkulang sa explanation na simplified. Alam mo yun? Hindi siya nosebleed. So, it was such an easy watch. Like, I really appreciated it. Like when there was this dish.
It was an easy watch talaga.
Diba? The sous vide beef tenderloin. Yung sous vide, diba?
Yes.
You basically have to break down the meat. And then she thought of using seaweed and paper for the acids to break down para maging tender yung beef, etc., etc. Like, it's science stuff that we probably, if we want to cook it, we probably should research more about it. But somehow we got the grip of what she was going for, and it was so fascinating. Parang ganon. So, yon. And then, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. Parang, I mean, you know how we've always talked about how we love K-dramas that show their food. So, ito, nakita natin, I don't know if it's for the first time, yun nga, yung melding of the old and new, the traditional to yung mga French techniques, alam mo yun? And somehow, it kind of opens a door na parang lalong bumukas yung mundo ng Korean cuisine. For me, I think. Kasi suddenly, I mean, yung gochujang pasta. Gochujang ba yun? Doenjang? Was it doenjang? Sorry, I forget. Doenjang pasta. Medyo naging trending thing yun.
Doenjang.
Oo. Pero parang, alam mo yun, point lang naman is, suddenly, may bagong chapter yung featuring ng Korean food. Because there's a lot of content out there. Netflix has so many other shows that feature Korean food and stuff. But now, having a show that opens like, the possibilities of how Korean food can evolve or can be, mixed, not be stuck traditionally, and like how it can be infused with other cuisines, etc. Parang lalong na-elevate yung cuisine that way. So I really really appreciated that. Ang dami ko sinabi, but I think ang gist lang is
Parang
ang galing ng pagka-present ng pagkain, like well thought of, alam mo yun, very very well-researched too, kasi they weren't just throwing out traditional food. Like, obviously, they had the researcher nga, diba? Parang, I mean, imagine we know, like, what the Joseon Dynasty kings and queens, may terminology pala yung mga breakfast and dinners. Alam mo yun, yung mga ganong little details.
Correct.
Ang dami mong natutunan. So, alam mong well-researched.
Parang ano rin siya,
to.
educational K-drama din siya. Hindi lang siya.
Yeah.
And I think, like, to your point, what you were saying na this is something that feels new because we haven't seen anything like it. I think that goes back to the simplicity of how they mention all of these cooking terms and how they show it to us. Like, for example, I'm guessing okay, anyway, but we all grew up with like a pressure cooker in our home, but we don't know the science behind it. We just know that it will start wheezing at a certain point and then the food would be ready. But for them to be explaining it in a way na, ganun pala yun. Parang, yung, very simplified eh. Hindi nila masyadong tinalinuhan yung explanation. I guess they were really catering to a wide audience. That's what makes it more accessible and more enjoyable as a viewer.
Yes.
Aside from like the things that you both have mentioned, another thing that I loved about this is about how food was used to really unlock those memories with their parents, with their and that was how she was really able to touch the frozen hearts of the king who she made promise not to be a tyrant paulit-ulit. Ganun lang pala dapat kailangan. Huwag kang maging tyrant. Huwag kang maging flood contractor. Yun pala yung kailangan nating gawin.
Pero kailangan may kasamang pagkain. Importante.
Kailangan may pagkain.
Kaya natin.
Pagkain plus yun.
Correct.
Tsaka kay Halma Mama. Yung nahanap niya kung ano yung kailangan, yung mga clams.
Tsaka yung chocolate. Favorite ko talaga yung chocolate.
The other grandma.
Yung parang na-unlock yung
Naiirita
mental niya. Si
Naiirita
maternal grandma na parang nakakain lang chocolate, nawala na siya biglang na-awaken na siya from her mental distress.
Chocolate lang pala ang
kasi
sagot
parang
sa
sobrang relatable din nung mga ganon. Like, correct. Alam nyo na. But sobrang, I realized when I moved out of the house and all of that, na parang, iba rin talaga because I grew up with a lot of food kasi Ilocano yung maternal grandmother ko who used to live with us. And growing up, I took those things for granted, and for a long time nga parang sawa na ako because she would always cook like, meron kami miki, igado, yusi, yung mga Ilocano food na ganon. And then for some reason, I've been craving it lately, and it's so weird na magugustuhan ko rin pala yung mga yun. And it's not really attached to like, not just because it was attached to a memory, but there's like a certain taste of home, I guess, that it gives.
Correct.
Na it was really well captured here in this K-drama. So parang, sabi nga naman, like the fastest way to a man's heart is through his stomach. So, parang in a very long-winded way, parang yun din naman siguro yung isa sa mga big points that was driven home. Meron pa ba kayong mga food na gusto pang i-mention? Yan, yung sa pressure cooker, yung sa bata.
Yung parang in line na ulit with the cook-off, parang because I love beef bourguignon. So parang like when gumawa sila ng rice wine beef bourguignon, parang ako like, ooh! Interesting. Alam mo yun, parang what I also appreciate then about this is I mean, aside from the food, syempre may story silang sinusundan, and the story has conflicts that push them to think out of the box then as they have planned. And it's so
Yeah.
much fun to watch, like Yuna, her character, si Chef, what's her name again? Sorry.
Yun Suksu.
Yon.
Si
Yoon
Yoon Sok-soo, oo. Si Yoon Sok-soo, like, figure out what to do next. Alam mo yun, parang, and then, as you've also mentioned, like, it's also in the imagination, and to add the expertise then of, and training, and experience of the person. So, it's just fascinating to watch her mind kind of, like, work out how to navigate this problem. Na parang, ay,
Correct.
shit,
Yeah.
nawalan tayo ng pero nakasalang, nagbo-boil na yung beef. So, anong gagawin natin? Beef bourguignon, kaya pa tayong wine. So, kaya natin ng rice wine. Parang,
Correct.
ang fun. So, parang
Correct,
now,
correct.
as a viewer, I watch it, and you're like, parang, maybe that's something I can also experiment with. Alam mo yun, it
Correct.
pushes you also
Yeah.
as a viewer to look beyond how you only see food, diba?
Yeah.
Parang,
Yeah.
you know, find, and I feel like food is like that. Alam mo yun, parang sometimes kasi we cook to be perfect. Alam mo yun, we cook to perfection.
Yeah.
Pero cooking isn't like that eh. Parang it's trial and error. As you mentioned nga earlier, Pia, di ba? Parang they did like a lot of like research and, you know, like work on this 15 hours to 7 days of like just trying to get like the right kind of dish for the show, and that is cooking. Alam mo yun, you won't get it
Yeah.
at the first go.
Yeah.
So parang I feel like yun yung I guess learning ko watching it, na parang okay yun, parang experiment, you know,
Correct.
like
Yeah.
have fun, enjoy, and then also reach back to your personal experiences to create the food that makes you happy.
Ang galing din
Yeah.
kasi parang nagkaka-insight din tayo kasi yun nga, again, culinary class wars. Like we see those moments of the chefs in the kitchen, they just suddenly freeze and then you could see like the wheels in their heads turning and then they just try to
Correct.
figure out
Yeah,
what to do
yeah.
next.
How to
so since
edit.
K-drama to,
Oo.
parang ni one by one sa atin yung step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 itong gagawin natin. Yung ganon. So that was really sweet.
Yung what I also liked about the bourguignon, they were, syempre, di ba, yung ibang mga ministers, they were watching, and the other people, they were watching her cook and stuff. Tapos parang sinasabi nila, Galbi-gym lang yan. Galbi-gym lang yan eh. Parang ganon. So there's like a little bit of insight.
Correct.
You know how
Galbi-gym.
food na
Correct.
halos pare-pareho lang siya across different cultures, pero nag-iiba lang siya, like, you know, sa actual place. Parang may ganong insight, and I appreciated that.
Yes.
Aside from
based on the
that,
experiences that's available.
Yeah. And then there's also like the inserts of, I guess, other foods that have that are in Korea. Like, I appreciated that there was a cook-off with Chinese chefs. Kasi parang Chinese cuisine also has a big, you know,
correct.
influence in Korean food. So, wala namang super direct na, you know, because of them being there, yung food palette nag-iba or whatever. But them being present, it already says na yun nga, the Chinese had like huge stakes in the history of Korea. So I like that. And
Correct.
pati yung gusto ko yung fact, and it's also the other way around. Sobrang gusto ko na yung yung finale ba yun, yung final dish ni Chinese chef guy na nasa Alchemy of Souls. Yung root
yung 8 treasures.
vegetables.
8 treasures.
8 treasures ba yun? Yung yung
Lotus
yung
root.
lotus
what do you call
root.
that?
Root.
yung temple cuisine.
Temple
Buddha?
food.
Diba?
Yeah.
Temple food.
Ooh,
Which
I
is
love
a
that.
huge deal in Korea too. Like in Chef's Table, the chef that they
Correct.
actually featured is a monk chef. So parang, and ang dami ko natutunan in that episode about, you know, the long-standing history of temple food. So I love that, you know, in this K-drama, aba yan, nasama pa siya. Tapos, yung Chinese pa yung nag-explain na, oo, natutunan ko yan dito sa Korea. Mga ganun ba? So, ang daming bits. Even like the fact na hindi pala sila spicy people. Yung peppers, hindi pala uso sa kanila. Like,
Correct.
dumating lang sila kung kailan man. Yung peppers, they thought it was poisonous before. Tas, alam mo yun, parang ang daming little snippets in their food
Correct.
history na
Correct.
somehow ang dami mong napipick up through this show. So essentially, this is a food show. Alam mo yun, it's a food show,
Correct.
not just a drama. And
Yeah,
I really,
exactly.
really appreciated that.
With a hot lead actor.
Yes.
Yeah. With the food porn provided by the lips of Chae-min. Ganon.
And his
Yung mga-
occasional showing of his chest. Pag nag-iisip
Correct.
siya, kailangan
Alam mo,
nakabukas ang kanyang shirt.
nakakatawa pa yun kasi meron siyang interview na sinabi niya because he really has to eat the food, diba? Pero syempre sometimes you just spit it out. Pero tumaba daw siya during the may mga scenes na kailangan topless, ganyan. So parang magpo-push-ups daw siya in between. Ganon. Kasi you can't avoid eating. It's part of your role.
Correct.
But yeah, as in like the showcasing of the food talaga in this K-drama was fantastic. And if that's what you're here for, like, okay, as in we all know that that's what you're gonna
5
enjoy.
stars.
But it's
Yes.
not all good, I guess. Parang we could also talk about things. Sige, let's balance it with the good and the bad. So putting the
Okay.
food aside, syempre that was a huge element. But of course, there's still a story that we're watching. So meron bang mga parts dito sa series na hindi kasali yung food that were good and meron din bang mga parts na medyo bad?
Sobrang natuwa ako dun sa chemistry actually ni Lee Chae-min tsaka ni Yuna. Primarily because of Lee Chae-min.
Okay.
Ako, chemistry. First, Lee Chae-min talaga
Okay.
na-enjoy ko. Parang like, sobrang natutuwa. May mga kilig moments din talaga naman, especially towards the end. But I feel like, okay, fine. Maybe not the chemistry, but maybe Lee Chae-min as
Alam mo, breakout
Yes.
role talaga niya to as
Alam
a lead.
mo, oo.
Like, ito talaga yung nag-push sa kanya
Oo.
into a different level as...
Oo.
And sorry, thank you kay... Anong pangalan niya? Si Squid Game, si
Si Jung-hoon.
Queen of Tears.
Ay,
This role was supposed to be with him.
Yeah. Oo.
Sung-hoon. Park Sung-hoon.
Ayun. Park
Oo, si
Sung-hoon
Park
yun.
Sung-hoon,
It was
yes.
supposed to be his, pero ito napunta kay Chae-min and wow naman. In fairness talaga sa kanya, super ibang levels.
Super, as in sobrang, I super enjoyed his performance here. Parang,
Plus-
like, I mean, he has to play like this insane tyrant, di ba? Alam mo yun, parang,
Yeah.
pero parang at the same time, di mo alam kung bakit ka nahuhumaling sa kanya. Si tyrant siya eh. Alam mo yun?
Oo,
Parang like,
exactly.
okay, I mean, okay, gets ko naman, tyrants have to be to a certain degree charismatic. I mean, they won't be in power if they were not. But like, man, this guy is so charismatic. Alam mo yun?
Right?
Parang like, and he is just so easy to watch. Parang it doesn't feel like he is pushing this food is good agenda too much. Parang it just felt so genuine how
Yeah.
he is in love with food. And I think
Correct.
I guess siguro kaya nasabi ko na gusto ko yung chemistry nila. Kasi parang yung relationship nila kind of brings me back to Business Proposal. And yung relationship ni Anyosop tsaka ni... Anyosop talaga eh. Tsaka ni,
Tsaka ni Sejong.
Sejong. Oh, siyang dalawa. Yung
In
character
real
nila.
life.
In real
Oo,
life.
oo.
Pero kasi diba, I mean, I love na parang these two people are brought together because of food. And pag yun yung nangyari din dito. And I super enjoy that. Na yun yung common denominator nila. Hindi lang yung dahil hot silang dalawa. Alam mo yun, parang dahil meron talaga silang common interest. Yun. Pero
Correct.
primarily because hot si Lee Chae-min.
Parang may sasabihin si Monica about it.
Yun. Actually, siya yung number 1 ko. Reason why, if you want to watch something, Chae-min. Like, he did so well. I'm so proud of him. Alam mo yun?
Yes.
Parang, a lot of people were kind of mid lang about his other projects. Although, naalala ko yung iba niyang drama, the what do you call that? The tutor drama.
Crash
Kalimutan ko
Course
na.
in Romance.
Crash Course in Romance.
Crash course.
Crash Course in Romance.
Yeah. Like, super crush ko na siya noon. Dati pa. But anyway, point lang naman is, sobrang natuwa ako. And he took on this role so bravely too. Like, he had to train a lot for this
Yes.
role. And he did it so
Yes.
well. I don't know. And with his acting, alam mo talaga, somehow it felt like, okay, he knew that this was his chance to prove himself. Pero hindi niya na-push to the levels of OA. Alam mo yon, parang nakuha
Desperation.
niya eh.
Oo, exactly.
Hindi siya desperate. Yun yung haters ko kasi. You know how there are actors who are acting because they know they can be nominated for an Oscar. Will Smith. But shit, baka makancel tayo ni Will
Correct.
Smith. But like, siya, alam niya yon, kita mo sa mga mata niya. Pero nakuha niya yung tamang timpla. Alam mo yon,
Oo.
hindi siya overboard.
Correct.
So, sobrang proud ako sa kanya.
Yeah. Parang yung iniisip ko nga, kung kay Park Sung-hoon napunta tong role na to because we've known him best as Queen of Tears villain. Parang nakakatakot masyado yung king. Parang ganon.
Oo.
Parang walang charm na mangyayari.
Correct.
And I guess parang, I'm sorry, this is me, Sarang Base, kung meron sa inyong mga sone, pasensya na, iba ang actress Yuna versus Idol Yuna.
Idol
Because
Yuna.
Idol Yuna is gorgeous. I love watching her. Whenever she walks the red carpet, all eyes on her, ang ganda-ganda niya. Pero, my God, I really just cannot with her. Personally, parang pag nanonood ako ng K-drama niya, sa kanya talaga ako laging nabibitin. And then parang dito, parang bigay na ni Chae-min ng lahat. Bakit ba tayo ganito? Yun yung feeling ko kay Yuna. Kaya, walang chemistry silang dalawa for me. It actually kind of reminded me a lot of Sarah G acting. And this is not a huge, and this is not like a diss to Sarah G. But you know how Sarah G, when she acts, it's just Sarah G. Parang ganun lang. Kahit na nakakakilig yung eksena, it's really the male lead na nagdadala nung kilig. Parang ganun. Parang may ganun effect sa akin si Yuna. Kaya nakakabitin lang for me. Kaya dun ako na-frustrate sa chemie nung dalawa kasi nakakasayang lang. And si Yuna na yun eh. But then again, this is me. I've seen, kasi yung King Dalan talaga, hindi ko talaga kinakaya because of her. So again, sorry. This is just me. Idol Yuna is perfect. Pero I guess as an actress, she still isn't it for me. So yun lang yung ko about the chemie. Meron pa ba kayong good or, sige.
Siguro
Go.
to add about Yuna, I'm not sure if it's her or the character, pero when I first saw it nga, yung first episode, medyo na humaling ako sa role niya eh. Kasi parang it kind of reminded me of Chloe. Yung ganong klaseng
Strong woman.
parang very strong, strong woman who can stand up on her own, alam mo yun. And it didn't feel too much like, walang ganon, parang she was just may ganon. So, actually, parang like, nung I was watching the first episode, parang ako like, I like her. Alam mo yun, parang I like this character. Parang this is someone pwede kong sakyan. Parang ganon. But I think siguro yung kulang sa akin about her character, not so much as the actor, or maybe nadala na rin as an actor, is wala talaga siyang backstory eh. Parang like, alam mo yung parang nandito lang siya as a tool para magbago yung buhay nitong king na to. And yun yung frustration ko. Kasi parang, she's just there as, to help out. But she doesn't have her own story. Wala siyang sarili niyang conflict. Like, umalis siya ng, conflict lang niya is to go back. Pero wala siyang internal strife. Alam mo yun, wala siyang internal struggle na na-resolve towards the end. Like, she didn't come into that world, I need a love. At the very least, like, a partner.
Correct.
Wala siyang ganong struggle. Or like, how can I be a better chef? Wala siyang ganon eh. She was just there, and she's already so perfect. And then, her perfection makes this guy change his ways. And I feel like that is such a flat character. Sa true.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alam mo yun?
And
parang,
even that, it didn't feel so strong yung want niyang bumalik sa past because she mentions her dad. And then finally, when she sees her dad, parang wala na. Parang hindi niya masyado mahal. Correct. Pa siya para mag-grocery. Siya pa nagbuhat nung luggage niya papasok ng bahay. Galing siyang ospital.
Correct.
Parang walang love. And then like later on, bigla nilang medyo throwaway scene na, you know what? Ako rin namatay yung mommy ko nung bata pa ako. Bakit hindi natin to ginagawang bubog from the start that we love food because that's how we connect with our mothers. I don't have a mother. That's why food is important to me.
Correct.
I feel like, sorry, ako, negative talaga ako kay Yuna. Pero as an actress, gamitin mo na yun. Binigay na yun sa'yo eh. Sana meron na rin siyang something na ganun na dinala niya to the role. Because something like this, I guess, flat din naman lahat. Tyrant King. Flat din naman yun kung iisipin mo eh. Parang wala ka rin naman masyadong maa-add pero with everything else. I feel like a lot of the elements in the K-drama, diba? Parang lahat na nga ginawa para lang pakiligin ako. Parang ganun. Pero hindi pa rin. Again, this is just me. This is my negative lang for the chemie of the two. Meron pa ba kayong ibang mga good or bad things about the K-drama do you want to talk about, Mon?
Gusto ko lang mag-butt in yun sa chemistry. Hindi talaga siya romantic chemistry. But somehow, it really felt like a good buddy cup. Hindi naman buddy cup. Or siguro, kino-convince ko lang yung sarili ko kasi alam kong mas matanda matanda si Yuna, tas mas bata si Chae-min. So, I'm all for older woman, younger man relationships. We know that.
Exactly. Bakit? Anong masama?
Oo.
Yes.
But yeah, I
Yung
guess
saktong
nasabi
edad,
niyo naman,
hindi yung...
yung sakto. Hindi yung illegal. Hindi yung kulong. Hindi yung rehas. Alam natin yan.
Oo. Hindi rehas levels. Ayaw natin ng rehas.
And I feel like si Yuna naman, she also focused on her cooking, I guess. Kasi hindi siya nagkulang sa skills. Alam mo yon? Like, it was
In
obvious
all
that she knew
fairness,
how to
oo.
cook. She was so confident with like her
Correct.
movements and even her way around the kitchen. That's so important. So I actually really liked her when she's in command, yung mga ganong moments. But yun lang, parang with everyone else,
correct.
okay lang. I even liked her relationship more with her kitchen staff, with Gilgumshi, more than her relationship with
Yes!
Alam mo yun? Mas sobrang kinilig
Chona.
ako yung...
with Chona. Correct.
Mas kinilig ako nung pumunta na siya sa future tapos nakita niya yung existing kitchen staff ng hotel ay mga... Alam mo yun, yung mga people from the Joseon, yung kitchen staff niya from the Joseon period. Parang mas nag-flutter yung heart ko nun dahil parang, they're together again kind of thing. Alam mo yun?
Correct.
So, it's just the two.
Correct.
But yun nga, just parang sana naging barkada movie na lang siya. Not the romantic. Sorry, hindi ko masyadong nadig talaga yung romantic.
Hindi pwede kasi si Lee Chae-min nandun.
Yeah, yun nga lang.
In fairness
Cute din
naman,
yun ma-in
I feel
love.
like ako,
Oo.
pag sa mga moments of kilig, parang kinikilig naman ako pag, alam mo yun, nandun siya. But I guess tama nga si Pia, baka it's really more so him and me than him and her. Parang alam mo yun? Gets?
Oo, gets.
Diba?
Parang, isa pa yun, just to add, like that moment when she confessed her love, really? While he's in the middle of a rampage with his
Oo
sword
nga eh,
drawn
kasi I
out,
love
dyan ka
you.
I love you?
Oo, correct.
Anong
Totoo.
I mean, that's the writing, that's not her. Pero
It
parang
is.
ang dami kasing mga butas sa writing na parang,
Oo nga.
ano na
Marami.
nangyayari?
Ay, alam-
And I guess kailangan natin i-bring up yung episode 12 na lahat pinasok na lang nila agad-agad, ano? Parang,
Totoo.
ito na naman yung mga alam nating sakit
Parang
ng
rumble.
K-drama, pero lahat talaga nandito. I did not need to see everybody vomit blood. I know they're dying. We can move on to the
Oh my
next
God, they
scene,
all
please.
died. Medyo nasad ako
My
dun
God.
though. Parang, like, oh my God, they all died. Like, kahit na yung taste tester niya namatay.
Correct.
Ano ba?
Nasad
Ang
ako sa
sakit.
kanya ng
Nasaktan
bongga.
ako
Wala siyang
dun.
ginawa, okay?
Wala siyang
Tapos gusto ko
ginawa.
rin gusto ko rin yung reaction niya pag tumitikim siya ng food. Actually,
Diba?
natutuwa ako sa kanya.
Yung isang
Correct.
taste tester,
Ano
walang
siya?
reaction. Hindi maganda yung palate.
Oo. Kasi nga, ano siya, nandun siya sa
Oo.
bad side. But which, I just also want to say pala, ang dami ko kasi sinabing negative. Positive, I love Kang Hana. Ang galing niya.
Yes,
Presence,
agree.
si
I love her
Ate.
there.
As a concubine.
Sobra.
Parang,
Correct.
yes. Alam ko na parang, ganun lang, pag dumating lang siya, tinignan lang niya si Yoon Suk-soo na nakakulong dun sa dala-dala ng king.
Oo.
Alam na niya, yung threat, may threat pero hindi ako nasi-threaten, maganda ako. Ang galing niya, like all throughout this whole, actually, medyo clear din, medyo alam din natin kung ano din mangyayari sa character niya, I guess. But she delivered it with so much grace and so much depth. She doesn't need to do much.
Correct.
Yeah.
Dito lang ako, maganda lang ako, magigita-gitara. Okay
Pero
na ako. Ganyan
that's-
lang siya.
That scene, yung binisita niya yung yung kanyang, one of her, I guess,
Right-hand
handmaidens,
maid.
right hands, yung sa prison cell. And then, nung niyakap niya and then killed her, and then she was crying. Parang, alam mo yun, the acting for me was so effective because you start to think about her relationship with her. Parang like, parang meron ba silang real honest relationship or did she also just use this person for her own goals? Pero hindi eh. So parang it gives her character a little bit more depth. Alam mo yun, na parang hindi lang siya parang one note na kontrabida ako. Alam mo yun, parang like papatayin kita kasi yun naman aking gems. Pero hindi, may ganun. So yung mga subtleties na ganun, sobrang I really, really appreciate of her. Sobra, power. Love it.
And even like that moment na parang papatayin na nga to si Yihon, the king. Parang meron siyang pagpipigil, 'di ba? Parang he had a moment na parang sinabi pa sa kanya ni Prince Jason na, "O bakit? Anong problema mo diyan?" Parang hindi, wala. Parang ganon. You know that she truly loved the king in her own way, in her own twisted way.
Correct.
Those little things na nilalagay dun, and wala kasi as like a royalty, parang ganon. Very distilled lang siya. Pero
Correct.
delivered lahat ng acting niya. As in,
Correct.
she could never do no wrong in my book.
You know who I also liked? The girl who played Gilgumshi. Well, especially in the first few parts. Because she's so charming. And I've always thought of her, thought really well of her, si Soa. Nakita natin siya sa Nevertheless. Siya yung isa sa lesbian couple. Yung cute na hindi niya alam na in love na pala siya dun sa other girl. Especially, there was that one scene, kasi diba, si Chona being the tyrant. So, nang kumukuha siya ng girls, ng women. So, initially, in the first few episodes, in the first few episodes, so nakuha yung dalawa, si Chef tsaka si Gilgum. And then parang may isang cry si Gilgumshi na basically she was just crying, wala akong ginawa or something like that. Tas sobrang naluha talaga ako. And it really took me to, puta, tong mga period na to, wala talagang kapangyarihan ang mga babae. Alam mo yon?
Yeah.
And her face painted such pain that was like, wow. I mean, hindi ko in-expect na matatouch ako this way. Like on a cooking show. Alam mo yon? But I really appreciated her as an actress being part of that troupe. But on the other hand, hirit ko lang na super nairita lang, hindi naman nairita, pero more of disappointed kasi yung second, quote-unquote, second lead, yung si Gonggil, the jester. Super hot niya in real life. Oh my God.
He did his own stunts.
I know. Sobrang pogi niya.
Sobrang pogi.
Sobrang na curious ako sa character niya kasi na-mention, kasi diba sa si Yoon Suk-soo, she would say, parang, so, may alam niya yung history kasi galing nga siyang future. So may mga reference siya. So yung narinig niya yung pangalan na Gonggil, naalala niya yung basta she said, King and Clown, I know him from the King and Clown. And that kind of triggered kasi parang nabasa ko yung King and Clown as one of like the top grossing films in Korea of all time. Parang ganon. So it's about that jester nga, si Gonggil. So I thought, there'd be an interesting twist to his story. Pero yung ending, parang medyo disappointing. Kasi parang I didn't really know where
Revenge
he's
plot lang siya.
at.
Yeah.
Oo. Tapos merong kinikilig si Gilgum sa kanya dahil pogi. I mean, I would have been okay if they went to that trope, but they didn't.
Yes.
Alam mo yon? So parang hindi na-utilize siya masyado. I thought that could have been a layer. But yeah, parang I wish something happened pa.
Correct. Parang may mga ganun ngang mga stories na parang sayang sana din na-develop. Even with like the other chef, yung kasama din nila yung nagturo kay Gilgum mag-slice.
Yeah,
parang may romantic tension din sila, pero
Correct.
parang yun.
Sinip ko
Mas
sila.
kinilig pa ako doon. Oo.
Diba? Cute nila, pero parang bitten. And I feel like there were these stories that could have been explored. And I'm sorry, pero I really felt that as much as I loved like the cook-off with the Ming Dynasty chefs, parang nasashock ako na, hindi pa tapos. Parang gano'n. Parang bakit ang haba nito? Parang it could have been like a shorter episode, I guess. Parang nashock pa nga ako na nung una kasi akala ko, syempre, coming from somebody who watches mga cooking shows, akala ko yung 3 pinili na mga themes all in one day, hindi pala. May the
One
next
per
day
day.
at the next day pa pala. Ang dami pa palang mangyayari. Na parang, I mean, yeah, that was important in the story, but I feel like that could have been shortened a little bit to explore more of these things na mas nagsistrengthen din nung story as a whole. Parang, may mga ganun akong mga beaten lang.
I think siguro parang kumbaga, I guess, as a creative decision na lang. They really wanted it to be like a show about food. Parang yun yung pinprioritize talaga nila. So kumbaga parang it's just two things, the food and the romance, three things pala, and the political intrigue. That's it. Ito lang, dito lang tayo pwede. Hindi tayo pwedeng tumalos, kundi confusing na siguro for them. Parang ganun.
And also at that point, I was thinking then, I mean, Cooking Master Boy. The ridiculous episodes too. I mean, one stand down would, be a week's worth of
Stretch
episodes.
for,
So parang, natawa na lang ako kasi parang, yes, this is a webtoon. And that actually made me feel like, wow, this is like the most webtoon K-drama. I mean,
that is true,
webtoon
actually.
K-drama that I've ever watched. And I like it. Alam mo yun. Parang they built on it na even yung mga, I mean, diba, with the reactions and even like the graphics, ang cheesy, yung may butterfly, nung umiikot siya, nung, alam mo yun.
Correct.
Even
Favorite
the
ko yung
red
may
moon.
yung sa Peking duck, yung nag-aaway, yung may nagsa-sword fighting. Kasi ganun siya ka-crispy
Correct.
in my head. Parang like, sobrang crispy niya na kailangan mag-sword fight. Parang ganun.
Correct. Oo. Gusto ko yung Lotus Pond eh.
Sobrang gusto ko yung
Actually,
Lotus Pond. Sobrang sabaw
Ang
nun.
favorite
I
ko
love
sa
that.
mga reaction na to, kasi usually, diba, yung sa mga ganun, ang dami nang gumaya kasi nung Cooking Master Boy.
Correct.
Na parang isang bite na sasabog yung universe. Ganun.
Correct.
Ang sobrang nagustuhan ko dito, yung reaction, kunwari, yung king, kain siya. Tapos yun nga, nasa pond siya. Tapos biglang, pag zoom out, nasa same garden yung
Correct. Yung
other
envoy.
guy, the Chinese
Yung
minister.
envoy.
So, parang nasa same world sila of bliss.
Of yumminess. Yes.
Enjoyment. So,
Oo,
tawang-tawa ako
it's
sa treatment na yon. Like,
Correct.
I loved it. Sobra.
Yeah.
Sobra.
Maganda nga yung balance ng ganon. But speaking of which, kasi like the ending was not exactly the same as the webtoon.
Ooh,
So the
do
way
tell.
this one ended was like, nagulat na lang tayo na nung nasa restaurant na ito si Yeon Suk-soo, hindi, Yeon Chef na siya nito. Yeon
Yeon
Chef.
Chef, oo.
Parang dumating na si King pero naka modern day clothes but with still the same way of speaking. So
Yeah.
parang, how did he get to the future? Secret. Parang ganun
Yun
yung
nga
sinabi niya.
nakakainis yung
Sobrang tawang-tawa ako doon.
parang basta nakarating siya, parang, actually,
Alam mo,
nakakatawa.
Natawa ko kasi alam nila na i-address yon.
Oo.
Pero parang
Kaya
Nilalgo na lang
nilalantara
nila.
na nila na it doesn't matter as long as he's with me.
Here.
Kaya tawa ako ng tawa na parang, okay, we'll admit our shortcut. Parang gano'n.
yung
But
isa kong friend,
apparently, and-
yung isa kong friend, nakakatawa siya, sabi niya, tapos na ba siya? Sabi ko, tapos na siya. Sabi ko, hindi ba may part 2? Sabi ko, bakit may, this was a time kasi na hindi ko pa napapanood yung last episodes. Di ba may part 2? Tapos sabi ko, bakit may part 2? Kasi yung ending kasi ganyan-ganyan. So, napanood ko na, parang, okay, tangina, gets ko na kung bakit niya naisip na may part 2. Kasi sobrang, like, weirdly open-ended siya na hindi. Confusing. Oo.
Because apparently in the webtoon, actually cute sana nga ito yung ginawa nila eh. Parang eto na naman kasi nakulangan na naman sila sa oras whatnot. But apparently in the webtoon, because 'di ba dun sa from the book, merong isang napunit yung Hansebang. Basta the last meal, di ba, hawak niyo ni King. So that's what he used to time travel. And then there's a scene, apparently in the webtoon, na he finds himself in modern day Korea. Hindi siya marunong tumawid, hindi na niya alam kung ano nangyayari. May ganon. And then he meets a chaebol. And then parang kinausap niya yung chaebol na may hinahanap ako na somebody, ganyan-ganyan. So parang yung chaebol na yun, yung tumulong sa kanya para malocate kung nasaan si Chef
Yung
Yun.
cute ang part 2
So,
na
may
yun.
ganon.
So, pwede siyang may part 2 nga.
Sobrang bagay kung flinesh out nila yun. Kasi like, yun nga, parang the final episode, ang daming patayan. Okay lang naman, pero parang we dwelled so much on like everybody having a huge death scene instead of like biglang secret kung bakit siya nandito.
Correct.
I don't know, parang sayang kasi ang cute nun.
That's easily like 3 minutes lang. Like, how could they have not shot that? Alam mo yun?
Correct.
Hindi, naubos na kasi yung pera lang sa
Nakikita
CG.
Nung lumipad siya.
Nung
with
lumipad
all
siya,
the
naubos
comics
na yung
around.
pera
Correct.
dun.
Pero alam mo, ang dami nilang mga shortcuts na gano'n and ang daming questions. Like, for example, the cut that killed Yuna. Like, yung sa
This
bato.
big.
Na parang,
Oo.
parang hindi siya mamamatay ng gano'n, bigla-bigla. Mamamatay siya because of infection a few days later. Okay, whatever. Alam mo yun, parang forgive na lang ako ng forgive kasi parang at that point, I guess din kasi from the beginning, it's not like, parang naka-place na naman na may onting in terms of reality, alam mo yun?
Suspension
it's a
of
time
disbelief.
slip, it's a whatever.
Correct.
Oo. It's
Correct.
already been out there na
Correct.
it
Oo.
doesn't have to be believable. Parang gano'n.
Oo.
So, madali ko naman siya na let go.
Oh, ang dami talagang mga force ka, suspension of disbelief. Very Queen of Tears. Maybe it's a TVN thing, ganyan. Kailangan
Maybe.
let go.
Correct.
So, ito, as a whole, para sa inyo, this K-drama, was it well-seasoned or was it half-baked? Mon, start with you.
I think it's well seasoned. The achievement on showcasing food that way alone is more than enough to say na it's, it's really flavorful. I mean, kahit na may mga errors in this and that, parang okay, yun nga, like what I was saying earlier, it's okay. Like, for me, ang dami kong natutunan, ang dami kong naramdaman. Hindi naman kailangan romantic lagi yung nararamdaman ko from K-dramas, alam mo yun. And it's really, I genuinely felt like I learned new things. So, I really liked it. Plus, Chae-min talaga. Like, I'm just so freaking proud of him. Proud of him.
So proud of him.
Of his achievement. Like, he really made a mark. And he's like this year's, what's his name
Byun Woosok.
again? Oh,
Byun
Byun
Woosok.
Woosok. Oo. He's like the 2025 Byun Woosok. And that's more than enough to say that it's delicious and I would eat in this restaurant.
How about you, Trancy?
For me, definitely your classic K-drama. Alam mo yon? Parang like it has all the tropes that make up a great K-drama. I mean, we talk about yung mga nitpicks na natin, I guess. Pero that's what K-drama is. Alam mo, hindi nawawala yun sa K-drama. Maraming stand out, pero most of the time, even the good ones, may mga kinks na ganun. But
Yeah.
on an overall, it got me really engaged. As in, I really watched it. Like, Mon, super enjoyed then the food scenes. Really learned a lot. So, for me, it is well-seasoned. Something talaga na ihahain ko para sa mga tao. Kasama si Lee Chae-min. Siya ang
Hindi ba siya yung ulam? Ayan.
Siya ang ulam.
Okay.
Oo.
For me, as a whole, this K-drama, I was plenty entertained. There were a lot of things that were still disappointing. But I feel like with a stellar cast like that, you have a Kang Hana, you have Choi Gi-hoon, and si Halma Mama, ang ating favorite Ajuma sa mga K-dramas, ang mga
Correct.
nag-harmony. Like, with a cast like that and the breakout role of Chae-min, it makes for a fun watch. It's pretty entertaining.
Yes.
Pero parang hindi siya yung, for me personally, it's not the type that I will remember for a long time or would be like in my top 10. So sa akin, for me, this is a half-baked K-drama. So nasabi ko na rin naman kanina yung mga opinion ko. Kayo, Sarang Base, para sa inyo, this K-drama, ano ba yung mga nagustuhan ninyo? Gusto nyo pa bang pag-usapan si Chae-min at ang kanyang abs, at ang kanyang bibig, at ang kanyang stubbles?
Ice!
Stubbles!
Naging
Ayan,
bumiyaw
at ang
sa mata
kanyang
niya.
mga mata na grabing piercing through the screen. Please let us know in the comments. Pag-usapan natin yan. Send us a DM para mapag-usapan pa natin more itong K-drama na ito. Okay, so you know that we don't end our episode without a game. At para sa episode na ito, ang lalaroin namin ay isang Umshik Chunche game. Food Genius, literal translation in Tagalog, Pinoy henyo. Hindi Pinoy henyo ang food. Pero basta yun na yun. So, anong mangyayari? We have 3 categories. Nagsulat na kami kanina ng 10 things per category. So, what's gonna happen? We are all gonna team up. So, Pia, Chency, Monica, and Monica, Pia. So, yung mga sinulat ninyo, kailangang hulaan nung person. So, kunwari, me and Trency. So, ang category ni Trency ay role or character. Ang category ni Monica ay cooking utensils and my category is food. So, kunwari, ang magpapahula si Trency sa akin, I can only ask yes or no questions and then from there, kailangan kong malaman kung ano yung mga yon. We all have 1 minute each to figure out these things. So, kung sino man pinakamadaming nahulaan, within 1 minute, siya ang mananalo. Ang order natin ay si Monica, then me, and then Trency. So, for me, the category is food. Mon can ask questions that are answerable by yes, no, or maybe.
Okay.
Okay?
Timer starts now.
Is it savory?
Yes.
Is it salty?
Maybe.
Is it Korean?
No.
Is it small?
No.
Is it
Maybe?
Filipino?
Maybe.
Huh? Is it barbecue?
No.
Is it meat?
No.
Is it fried?
No.
What the? Hindi ako magaling sa game na to. Is it vegetable based?
No. No.
Ano pa bang pagkain? Salty. Filipino at Korean food. Is it butter?
Yes!
Oh!
Okay.
1 point. Next.
Wow. Ay, another
hindi.
minute
Oh,
ba yun?
parang yan.
Hindi. 1 minute lang.
Okay.
Padamihan
10
sa 1
seconds
minute.
left.
Oh, is it sweet?
No.
Is it salty?
2,
No.
1, and
matabang?
timer stop.
Aww.
Done.
So, Monica gets
Butter lang.
1 point for butter.
Smooth
Fine.
like
Smooth like butter.
Butter for BTS.
Okay.
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 So, ako na. Magtatanong ako kay Chency. And Chency's category is role or character. Oh my God.
Okay.
Hirap. Okay.
Okay, game.
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 And start.
Girl.
Yes.
Royalty.
Yes.
From the palace.
Yes.
Family ba siya ni King?
Yes.
Grand Halma Mama.
Yes. 1.
Oh my God. Okay. Girl.
No.
Is he family ni
No.
King si Gilgom, Jester?
No.
Si Royal Secretary?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Girl?
Yes.
Royalty?
Yes.
Oh, si Concubine, si Fourth Consort?
Yes.
10 seconds.
Galing. Okay.
Girl?
No.
Okay,
5.
boy. Family?
No.
3, 2.
Kasama ba siya sa mga
Eh.
advisors?
Saan? Ano yung last question?
Okay. Advisors.
Okay. Sayang, hot guard.
Okay.
Si hot guard.
Si Hot
guard.
Ay, ang hot nga ni Guard.
Kasi hot
siya.
guard. Hot si
To be
guard.
fair.
Oo.
Na parang later on ko na lang
Overlap.
siya napansin. Parang, ay, meron pala siyang ganon.
Diba?
Okay, why
Hot
not?
guard. Magaling with the sword.
Okay. Ako
Okay.
naman ang magta-time. So, si Chency ang magtatanong ng questions kay
Okay.
Monica. And the category is cooking utensils.
Utensils.
Okay.
Okay, wait.
Cooking
Let me
utensils
set
present in the
timer.
show.
In general.
In general? Fucking hell, ang dami. Alright.
Timer starts now.
Does it require electricity?
No.
Is it made out of wood?
No.
Is it made out of metal?
Yes.
Pan? Pot?
Yes.
Pan. Okay.
No. No, 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 no.
Pot?
No.
So pot. Hindi pan.
No. No.
Okay, so no pala. Okay. So you cook it on the stove. Use it on the stove.
No. No.
You use it to prepare.
Yes.
Is it a whisk? Whisk talaga.
No. No.
Do you... Ang hirap naman ito. Do you use it to mix things?
No.
Do you hold it with your
10
hand?
seconds.
Yes. Yes.
Is it a spoon?
No.
Is it a fork?
4,
No.
Is it a
2, 1.
spatula?
Sorry.
What's the answer?
Ang dami.
It's a grater.
Hirap. Hirap ang grater.
Kailangan ko lang i-remind na kayo din yung nagsabi ng category na ito. Cooking utensils. Sabi ko kanina, dalian natin.
Kala ko
So, I guess-
nasa show eh. Hindi. As a general note pala to.
Akala ko as a general eh. Wala ang grater.
It's okay. Because I guess as the host, I have to win the game. So, ako po
Yeah.
ang nanalo sa game na ito. Kayo naman, Sarang Base, meron ba sa inyong nakahula? Ang hirap yata maghula. But please, sana sabihin niyo sa amin kung nagustuhan niyo ba itong episode na to. And of course, the K-drama in general. Was it delicious for you? Was it half-baked? Ano pang mga comments niyo? Pag-usapan natin si Chae-min. Bukas ang aming mga hindi telepono, ang aming mga DM para dyan. Pag-usapan natin yan. This has been really tasty. Please share this episode with your friends. We are on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and on TikTok. We will see you on our next episode. Thank you. You're the best. Chagoya Gumawa and Sarang Hey!
Sarang hey!
Sarang
Bon
hey!
appetito! Have a good lunch, dinner, breakfast.
So, paano na nga dahil lahat tayo na humaling kay Chae-min?
Okay.
At siya talaga yung haharap sa inyo as a super tyrant. Sabihin na natin na anak siya ni BBM.
Ay.
Gusto niyo?
Pwede alam mo, titikman ko lang muna siya sa isang gabi. Pwede mo yun na lang. Yun na lang muna. Tapos, let's just see where it goes. Tikman ko lang siya.
I want to know the situation.
Hala.
Like, how did we meet?
Time travel. Time slip.
Sa ano? Habang may baha.
Oh.
You know, I think if you chose like a different crook, like, pwede ko pang pag-isipan, but because you
Anak
did
ni
say
Digong.
BBM for... okay. Siya rin, no.
Damn.